Tutorial 1, Step 1. Specification. The first tutorial is to create a temperature regulator by connecting a number of components and the related visualization. A blue, already made digital output component to control the heating. An orange, already made 4 to 20 mA input component to read the temperature. And a green component to control the temperature regulation. The regulator component must contain a temperature set point and a regulating interval set point. The regulation is a simple on-off controller. When the temperature is below the set point, the component enables the output, connected to the heating element. When the temperature is above the set point, the output turns off. The regulating interval is controlled by a timer. The visualization must show the current temperature and a set point that can be changed by the operator. Component. A component in VIGO6 is like an object in object-oriented programming, with its own variables and methods containing program code. The variables and methods are encapsulated and can only be accessed from other components if enabled. Types are identified by a number called its GUID, which is a globally unique identifier. Every type also has a title, such as process component. However, titles may not be unique, so, in case of overlap, the GUID is necessary. In this tutorial, the GUID is only mentioned here at the beginning, as there are no title, name coincidence in the types from process data you are to use. The format is company ID, _number, hyphen followed by a version number. Example with a process component, PD, 7664 version 01. This component includes error handling, manual or auto, etc. A new component is created as a descendant of another component, called its ancestor. The new descendant component automatically gets its own GUID. This new component inherits all its ancestors' features. They may be added to and expanded upon. Create a temperature regulator component. First, open the ancestor component. Click on the Open button, or press Ctrl O, in the VIGO6 editor. Then select Components. A component is found by typing any part of the GUID or title. Open the PD, 7664 version 49 in the programmer's catalog by double-clicking. Our new temperature regulating component will inherit all features from its ancestor. Right-click on the component title and then select Create New Descendant of Type. A new tab will open with the new type, where you are the writer. If you are not a registered user, the writer is displayed as unknown. Double-click on the title of your component and change it to Temperature Regulator Simple. Note, when you press space, you make an underscore. Create variables and constants in your component. An instance constant holds a value, which the program can read but not write to. The constant may be assigned in the editor at several levels, in the component where it is inserted, at point, where it is instantiated, or even at a later point. In the component where is it inserted, it may be given a default value, meaning it may be changed where the component is instantiated, or the value may be set finally in the component it is inserted into. Each instance of the component type may have an individual value. This value is to be assigned by the VIGO6 editor. Click on the plus of the component. Right-click on the section Instance Constants. Click on Add Constant. Select a data type. In this case, the float 32. It is a floating point format. Observe the D icon, indicating it is data. Change the name to regulating_interval. Right-click on the variable and select quantity type. Select time difference, which has the SI unit second. A quantity is a real-world phenomenon, such as temperature, volume, or mass. If a piece of data has a quantity, it must have a unit, such as Celsius, cubic meters, or kilograms. Internally, VIGO6 works in SI units, but the visualization can convert to other units, such as Fahrenheit, gallons, or pounds. Add a volatile variable. A volatile variable loses its value during power down. After power up, it is set to an invalid value. Now right-click on the section Volatile Variables. Click on Add Variable. Select Float 32. Change the name to Actual Temperature Data. Right-click on the variable and press Quantity Type. Select Absolute Temperature. The SI unit for temperature is Kelvin, but the temperature can be converted by the visualization to degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Add a non-volatile variable. A non-volatile variable keeps its value after power up. Right-click on the section Non-volatile Variables. Add a variable to hold the set point for the regulator. Click on Add Variable. Select Float 32. Change the name to Set Point Data. Right-click on the variable and press Quantity Type. Select Absolute Temperature. In the right-hand side, set the default value to 25 degrees Celsius. The local unit relation table converts SI units to the selected unit in views and in the code. For example, the relation table could convert from Kelvin to Celsius or Fahrenheit, but by default it is Celsius. Note, in the VIGO6 editor it is seen as Celsius, which is selected in the default local unit relation table set by process data. This you can change under Settings in VIGO6. It holds the set point for the regulator.